Rabab and Bobby, part of Pakistan's westernized elite, live lives of privilege detached from the country's true realities. Rabab's father is a former ambassador and current state minister, while Bobby was educated in prestigious Western schools. One day, Rabab suggests they explore Pakistan beyond their sheltered existence, which Bobby reluctantly agrees to. They decide to visit Raja Bazaar by bus, an unusual choice given their social status. Boarding the bus is a struggle, and it's overcrowded with a tense atmosphere. Their presence stands out, viewing the situation as an adventure unlike the other frustrated passengers. Eventually, they manage to board the bus, Rabab in the women's section and Bobby in the men's. The bus is filled with unpleasant smells and broken windows, with people hanging from the doors. This chaotic scene contrasts sharply with Rabab's innocent enjoyment. As the bus travels through the old city of Pindi, they observe the collision of medieval and modern worlds. Tongas share the road with modern cars, highlighting the enduring nature of traditional life amidst modernization. They witness beggars, vendors, and farmers, reflecting on the persistent struggle of the common people. Their exploration takes them to a dingy restaurant, where they feel out of place among the coarse, staring faces. Bobby feels a mix of guilt and anger, particularly when a reedy-looking man leers at Rabab. This man embodies the desperation and frustration of the lower classes, yearning for a life he cannot have. Noticing the man's gaze, Rabab confronts him. She engages him and arranges to visit his home, leading them to a slum starkly contrasting their privileged lives. The air is stagnant, the surroundings filthy, and the atmosphere oppressive. The man's home is a tiny, dirty room with rotting vegetables and unwashed dishes. Rabab's disdain is palpable, but she plays along, leading the man to believe she is willing to stay with him for money. He eagerly produces a 100-rupee note, but Rabab dramatically lights her cigarette with it and throws 200-rupee notes at him in contempt. The man's joy turns to humiliation and rage. He confronts Rabab and Bobby, revealing his pain and frustration. He accuses them of toying with him, exploiting his poverty for their amusement. His dignity surfaces in his anger, lashing out at the social and economic divide that separates them. Rabab's name and her father's influence mean nothing to him in his moment of righteous indignation. Rabab and Bobby leave the slum in a daze. The encounter profoundly affects Rabab, turning her from a vivacious girl into a pensive statue. Bobby drops her off at home but cannot sleep, disturbed by the day's events. In the early morning, he sees a car entering Rabab's house. Concerned, he jumps the wall and finds Rabab disheveled and distraught. She reveals she has been with the man from the slum, marking the climax of their ill-fated adventure.